welcome to day 3 of my huge declutter and organise with me. I decided today I'm going to open every single cupboard in my kitchen and view my home kitchen as a stranger walking in, what they would see. Because I think sometimes we need that shock factor when we are decluttering. And I never touched on it in episode 1 of my declutter series. I just feel like everything is very heavy in my house and it's not something that I'm used to. I'm not a collector of things. Over the past year, I'm a collector of things, it would seem. So I've opened every single cupboard on this side, which I'm going to be working on today. But like I said, I don't want to overwhelm anyone. So I'm going to do this in stages. So there'll probably be about 10 episodes in this series. But I'm hoping that when the new year comes and you're wanting to get stuck in and have a little declutter or a clean up or look at a more simple way of living, I definitely want to embrace the more minimal living, which is something that I really enjoy doing, but I also want to take a more simple living approach. And if you're thinking of doing something like that, then hopefully these videos give you lots of inspiration. So let's get stuck in and feast your eyes on what my kitchen looks like. Now, I'm inviting you as a stranger to have a little look and tell me what you think. I know what I think, and what I think is I don't know what happened. I don't know where everything went wrong. I do. It's the whole house buying and selling thing where it went wrong. But I'm going to fix it right now, and we're going to start in this top left-hand corner with my plates and cups. And then we are moving to the lower section, which is where I keep my pans, air fryer, all that type of stuff. We're going to concentrate on these 2 cupboards today and make them look so much better because there is a lot going on in these cupboards. And I think we need a nice gradual process before we hit that food cupboard and spice cupboard. I've taken the spices out of that cupboard and decanted them into some nice jars that will look so much better and fit in better as well with my kitchen and cooking, because I love cooking. And to look at my cupboard, you wouldn't think so. But we're going to get stuck straight in and concentrate on this first cupboard and lower cupboard. This is what we're working on. So I'm going to pull everything out and get organising. Right, that is everything out of the cupboards. Now it doesn't look like a lot, but it is a lot. I've left my little china cups up the top there because I've had these cups for years. I have mentioned it before that I love to drink a cup of soup out of these cups. They can't go in the dishwasher and you've got to be extra careful with them, but I can't part with them. I love them to have a cup of soup, a hot chocolate. They're just a perfect little cup and I cannot part with these. I also would never part with this cup. This cup is old. My dad's been gone for 20 years and that's my dad's cup. That's what he had his cup of tea out of. Those spoon marks in the bottom are from where he stirred his cup of tea, and I will never part with this. You may notice there is a large selection of different style cups because everybody who comes to my house has their own cup. This is Annette's cup. This one is Ellie's cup. This is my cup, and then we've got some little strays that don't need to be there. They're definitely cups that get kept. I'm going to declutter these along with all of these. I'm going to let that pumpkin cup go. So these are all going, and this one is going. And this one is also going. So those are my donation pile. I'll keep those 3 glasses because they're the glasses that we use. These are if anybody comes and they want a glass of water or a drink of juice or a can of Coke, then they're the glasses that I would use for anybody who comes. I'm also going to declutter these plates because we don't use them. So many slow cooker liners, roasting bags, More slow cooker liners. I don't need that many slow cooker liners. I probably use my slow cooker about 4 times a year, so I definitely don't need that many. This plate set is so old. I mean, look at the chips in there. That is full of chips. So that can go, that can go, and that can go. So I'm going to keep those 3 because they're nice dinner plates that are just plain. And you do need a surplus of plates. These are the plates that we use every day. They are pasta bowls, but they're just plates that I prefer to use. So they're the plates I'll keep. I'll keep those plates and this side plate, and they're getting donated. That's one shelf nice and clean. Now for the rest. I feel so much better about this. I know it doesn't look very different, but it looks so much better. This isn't going to stay like this. I'm going to get some nice storage jars for the hot chocolate, the coffee, and for the tea bags also, and the sugar. And I'm going to put some nice labels on and make this look lovely. So this is a little work in progress. No, this is a little work in progress that I will keep an eye on over the next few days, see how I feel about it, and then switch this up and make it look a little bit more uniform. But I really like how clutter-free it is, and it looks so much better. Now let's concentrate on this cupboard. I'm just going to have a little sort out of the things that I've taken out of that cupboard, because first off, my steamer set. I've had this for years and years, and as much as I love it, it gets used every Christmas, but I haven't used it this Christmas. So it's been stored for 2 years and I've only used it once. So I don't think I'm going to keep this because it takes up quite a lot of space, and I've already got 2 sets of pans, so I think this is going to go. Obviously, any stuff that I'm decluttering, anything that has got like stains in it like this, I'll run that. I'll give that a nice clean with some Astonish, the good one, and get those tea stains off, and they'll all be donated, apart from anything that's got any chips. So anything like this where it's chipped, and some plates are chipped also, I'll take those to the local tip, but everything else will be donated to my local charity shop. I bought this from Wilko not long back, and I've used it once and I've not reached for it again, so it's going to go to the charity shop along with all of this. I picked this up for popping the eggs into, because we store the eggs down here, so I've picked this up to put them in because I thought it looked nice. However, there is a huge shortage of eggs at the moment, so I'm probably not going to be able to fill this, but we can half fill it. So that was a really good clear out. I've got my air fryer, my blender. I'm not sure where the top half of this is, I need to find it. Some eggs and some tea bags. I'm really happy with how this cupboard looks, because I'm no longer going to open the cupboard and everything's going to come flying out at me. It was a nightmare. These will be the only Tupperware dishes that I'm keeping, so I'm just going to pop them there for now, and they can live there. I'll see how I feel about them being there. I think this cupboard looks so much better. I've got my air fryer, my blender, some eggs, some tea bags at the back which will be moved, and then some surplus Tupperware containers that I just keep for putting fruit in or anything that needs to be sealed up airtight. This cupboard looks so much better. Now I need to box all of this up ready for the charity shop. I'm going to have a box for the tip and a box for the charity shop, and then I've got some great storage solutions for my bacon trays and casserole dishes, and I've also got some good ideas for the bacon cupboard, which is above and below the oven, so stay tuned for those. And finally we are moving on to the worst cupboard in the kitchen. This is just a mishmash of all of the pans, frying pans, bacon trays, miscellaneous. My blender will be moved into this cupboard, so let's sort this out. Let's get it all emptied out. This cupboard is looking so much better. I've got the pans here, and then I've stored the pressure cooker just to the back of the kitchen cupboard because it's not used often enough to pull it into this space, so leave it tucked behind there. Here we have all of my utensils underneath in a stainless steel vase. I've got frying pans, a small milk pan, my sieve and chopping boards, and that is everything from under there. Now you're probably thinking, where's the slow cooker? Well, I have no idea what's happened, but I can only imagine it's got water and rusted, and I don't even know whether it's working, so I'm gonna have to see if this can be cleaned up, and if not, then I'm gonna have to replace the slow cooker because it's looking a little bit worse for wear. I mean, it's old. It's probably about 7 years old. So it could probably do with being replaced anyway, but that is just too messy in there. Now the food doesn't go in there. The food goes in this part, which I use dishwasher tablets to clean, and it cleans up amazing every time. I'll put it back if it cleans up well. And then this cupboard is just some storage containers, my blender, food processor, air fryer and some eggs. But look how neat and tidy that looks. It looks so nice. And the top cupboard is looking nice and tidy and organised. I am so happy with how that looks. That is so much more organised and neater. And these cupboards are going to be so much easier to now grab something out and everything doesn't fall on top of me. So tomorrow we are going to move on to the spice cupboard and the food cupboard and this bottom cupboard. So thanks so much for watching. I hope that this video has given you some motivation or inspiration to have a little declutter of your cupboards for the new year. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you all tomorrow.